Hello everyone, we got 4 interesting topics to cover in this video. First one is Linn versus Jerry Cadorette practice pull. Second one is Engin Terzi making a comeback in arm wrestling. Third is Dmitry Silaev calling out Devon Larratt. Fourth is a South Korea arm wrestling competition where Herman recently competed. We are going to discuss that one as well. So let's start with the first one, Jerry versus Linn. So that practice pull is about 2-3 days old and it was an amazing practice pull. I wasn't able to see the practice pull first, but then I found it Reddit. So I will show it to you here. First, when I heard Linn say that the practice went good, his elbow is feeling great, I thought he did something great against Jerry, and which seems to be the case. Because Jerry is not a slow puller. Jerry depends on positioning and speed. So in a slow practice pull, Jerry isn't going to do as great as some of the other super heavyweights might do. So Linn allowed Jerry to initiate first, and even in a slow pull, Jerry's side pressure was way too much that Paul's elbow kind of went flying to the side of the pad. But Paul immediately brought it back, and that was surprising that Linn was able to overpower Jerry in a hook. Now, I got some information that day both were fresh, but Jerry did some workout or something the previous day, but on that day they were kind of fresh. But that's how much we can take from a practice pull, especially when there is a guy like Jerry involved there. And I wonder, does Jerry have that kind of lock that he has in this position? If you take his hand, and even if he's on the losing side, he's impossible to pin. But that lock doesn't seem to be in this hook position. It doesn't seem to be present there, or maybe there is. He wasn't giving it all he has. Anyhow, I don't think Hermes Gasparini is going to take Jerry in this position. Jerry will be in this position where he has a strong lock. So we will see if the champion can defend his title. I think Hermes is also the interim champion. So who will be the final super heavyweight champion of East versus West on July 6th? And I don't get why arm wrestlers hide practice pulls. They always do, and then they also claim that practice pulls don't matter. I think I'm about to go on a mission where I want to eliminate one of these two things. Either don't say that practice pulls don't matter, or don't hide them.
No, he don't release. No release. No release.
Every top arm wrestler seems to be hiding these practice pulls. One case can be, well, they believe that they are training secretly and they don't want their opponents to see that training, where they are going to attack, where they are going to defend, and how they are training. Even in that case, practice pulls do matter. So I think you guys explain it to me. Maybe I'm not educated enough to guess this topic. It always reminds me of those whatever and Fresh and Fit podcasts where they ask the girls about their body counts and they hide it, and then they say that body counts don't matter. They obviously do. That's why you're hiding them. So that's kind of a similar weird situation in arm wrestling as well. So I wish the dream scenario will be where arm wrestling community keeps only one of these two things. Either they stop saying that they don't matter or stop hiding them. Let's move on to the next topic. Engin Terzi is making a comeback in arm wrestling. Engin uploaded an interesting post one day ago. Hyenas sometimes make a mistake by thinking that the lion is alone, but they regret quickly once the other lions arrive. Result, they take a few bites, but soon after that they pay the price bitterly and permanently. So Engin is planning to make a comeback at 90 or 85 kilos. And he will start with 90 kilos because right now he's 95 and his lean shape is around 75 to 80 kilos. That's an interesting post. I think he's flexing his left arm or right arm. I don't know if it is the mirror image, because Engin is now in a promoter's role. He will always love to compete as well, always. But he was set back because of COVID, because of bicep tear, because of back injuries, because of a lot of stuff. So now he's thinking about making a comeback. And he mentioned previously as well that he wanted to go against David Samusha, the 85 kilos champion. Now he will have to switch to that aggressive mindset once again. I'm not sure how he's going to be able to handle both these personalities simultaneously. This promoter's personality where he's trying to be calm and respond with a calm mind, and this aggressive personality, because that guy cannot compete against world champions. That guy that we saw up till I would say 2020, that is a world champion. That is the guy who beats world champions. So I'm not sure how he will be able to manage both things. I hope he does. And considering this bicep tear, we saw Michael also slightly tore his bicep, then he tore it again. I'm not sure if going against a world champion straight away, because Engin has clearly mentioned it multiple times that if he competes, it will be against top level guys. It will not be against low level guys. So that can be a risky move, because if I remember correctly, Engin's highest weight where he was able to become world champion was 75 kilos. And if you were to ask Engin which shape is better, his shape that he is going to present in 2-3 months from now, or his 75 kg world champion shape, I don't think this shape is any better than the 75 kg world champion shape, because he was used to of competition back then. Maybe it is, but let's see, it will be interesting. And not only East versus West, I would love to see Engin compete at King of the Table. Because yes, we saw Engin's highlight videos, but there is only one time where we really got to see Engin compete. Like, we got to see that feeling since we started following Engin Terzi, since he became famous. And that was against Artur Makarov, where he was almost winning, but then the injury happened. I would love to see Engin walking on the King of the Table stage. Maybe against RVJ or something. East versus West battle at King of the Table. That would be amazing to see. So let's move on to the next news. Dmitry Silaev calls out Devon, Larratt and Dave Chaffee as well. So there is going to be the AMC tournament, the 4th edition of that tournament on April 2nd. Weigh-ins are going to be on 29th of March. And Dmitry Silaev made a good point that he wants to call out 2 characters. He used the word characters, Devon and Dave Chaffee, because the prize money is $16,000. I think Zaur also mentioned a similar thing few months ago. So the first edition was won by Dmitry, $16,000, $10,000 in the overalls, $6,000 in the super heavies, and the next 2 editions were won by Zaur. This time Zaur is injured. He was the favorite to win the 3rd time as well, but he's injured. So Vitaly and Dmitry are the top guys. Now Dmitry is asking Dave Chaffee and Devon Larratt to attend this tournament. And to be honest, Devon also used to say that the biggest prize money in the tournaments were in WL, $20,000. Why didn't the Europeans come here? He was after the money. So now the prize money is there, but that is a different time. WL offered $20,000 back then, and that was only for winning the tournament. There you have to win the overalls as well to get $16,000. And Devon has admitted that he is not a tournament puller. He is a super match puller. So I don't think Devon ever claimed to destroy everyone in the tournament format. However, Dave Chaffee can certainly win that tournament. Dave is someone who you call a tournament puller. I think he can definitely win it. So that would be interesting. I think Devon is competing in May, but I don't think Dave is competing. Yeah, is he competing? Dave versus Revaz. Yeah, Dave is also competing. So I don't think they will risk it. April 2nd and the event is May 6th. It is still 1 month time, but I don't think Dave Chaffee is going to go there. But it was an interesting take. I think more and more people should compete there as well. So recently there was a tournament in South Korea and Herman Stevens and Brad Grundy from USA competed there. Herman Stevens competed against Kyung on the left arm, and he competed against Kyung Lee on the right arm, and unfortunately he lost both of his matches, 6-0 on the right and 5-1 on the left, I think. So Brad Grundy also lost his match 6-0, by the way. And there is one situation, at one point Herman was kind of complaining about the fouls. It was a small foul. He was saying that that isn't a foul anywhere, and I didn't like that situation, because my question is, why are only the North Americans facing this problem everywhere they go, except for Jerry? Well, Jerry forces everyone to foul. Other than that, why are always the North Americans fouling out and not the other guy? I think it's about time when we start to learn how to keep our elbows on the pad instead of blaming the referees for giving the correct calls. So that's a weird situation. And right now everyone is making fun of the Olympic dream that arm wrestling is never going to be in the Olympics. But if it does, then people who cannot keep their elbows on the pad, I think it is going to be a bad time for them. So that was an interesting take, and Herman Stevens looked extremely good in the hook in the right arm, but I think he lacked conditioning. He wasn't looking in a lean shape. He definitely had the power to win the right-handed match. So if he was in a better shape, I think he lost that match on endurance, not on power. So he could have won that. So That's about it. And he gave a really good speech towards the end to motivate the Korean pullers. He said that you guys need to compete overseas to gain even more, because right now you are really good, but you can hit a ceiling when you remain in your country only. You need to travel more. So that was good, but I hope North Americans start to arm wrestle more strictly in the future. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe if you can, please. Bye.